Hey comic book junkies, it's the Frog Queen here, and today I'm coming at you with another episode of what I'm currently reading. Trying to do these more often. But before I jump in, I just want to say thank you to all my new subscribers and everyone who's recently joined. Thank you very much to Johnny Alpha of Graphic Vandalism, who gave me a big shout out recently, and I always love Johnny's videos. If you haven't checked them out, go check out Graphic Vandalism. I'll leave a link in the comments below. Also, I wanted to let you know that I have a Patreon that's actually active and working. I had started this Patreon thing a while ago and then just didn't know what I really wanted to do with it. So I started it and actually fixed it up, and what I want to do are some exclusive vlogs, exclusive interviews, different things that you won't see on YouTube, and yeah, there's a whole bunch of different content. I started uploading content just last week, so you just go to patreon.com/thefrogqueen and take a look. My tiers are cheap. I'm also going to be starting a contest soon. I just haven't worked out all the finer details, but it looks like I'm going to do some indie digital comics, free digital comics, that sort of thing, I think, but I haven't got it all worked out yet. So we're almost at the 1K subscriber mark, and you know, I've always wanted to have at least 1,000 subscribers. But it's super hard to do, especially nowadays. So I really appreciate everybody who's subscribed already. And yeah, hopefully I'll make it this year before 2020. That'd be fantastic. Anyway, let's just dive on into what I'm currently reading. First off, I'm further along in the Hellblazer series, and I've read so much Hellblazer in the past, and you know, I've had these books for a very long time. I've read them, but now I'm rereading them. So I just finished volume 7 and I'm moving on to volume 8. And it's interesting, every time I reread these, I kind of realize, you know, how timeless they can actually be. Sometimes you read a comic that's that old. These are from, the one I just finished reading was from the early 90s. Mostly Garth Ennis and a lot of Steve Dillon. It was kind of like when they were controlling all of Hellblazer in a way. And every now and then there'd be like a one-off with another artist, but it was largely Dillon. And it's interesting. It's interesting when you compare it to what we know of today's Hellblazer and what we know of like current politics. And it's interesting to notice that, you know, the world is very much the same in a lot of ways. You know, the politics they were dealing with back then, they were dealing with a lot of like white supremacy and stuff, you know, that's all still very relevant. Today we have the same problem. So I kind of feel like if you go back and you read 90s Hellblazer, it's going to be pretty relevant to what's happening today, which is kind of interesting. Anyway, Hellblazer. I'm on 8, starting that today. I don't know if I showed this already. Did I tell you I picked up a copy of Matt Kint's Revolver, which is one of the few ones by him I haven't read. I haven't opened it yet. I keep meaning to, but I just, you know, on so many different things, and since I actually have a copy, I'm like, yeah, I'll save it for, you know, that rainy day. So yeah, especially whereas I'm reading so much Hellblazer again, and you know, really digging into that stuff. But this is a great book. I've heard so much about it. This was on the Vertigo title. Vertigo, as you know, is still around, sort of. It's supposed to be dissolved, but it hasn't been. In fact, Hellblazer is coming back out on the new DC Vertigo, which I guess is a bit different than regular Vertigo. Don't see how, but apparently it is. And that brings me actually right up to where I am with the whole Sandman universe, which is still on the DC Vertigo. I recently got the first 2 issues of Lucifer in a grab bag. I'll show you the grab bag. It was fun. One of my local comic book shops where they just like collect old issues and chuck them in there that didn't sell or whatever. And then I decided I would go out and, you know, get the rest of the first story arc. So the first 5 issues I've got. And this is Dan Watters, as you know. And Dan's writing quite a lot of different stuff right now. Of course, he's writing Coffin Bound. And yeah, I like the first 2 issues. They were pretty good. So I thought, well, maybe I will read the rest. My new grabs this week, of course, I got Sonata. Of course, I love David Hein. And this is proving to be a really interesting series. I'm not going to talk too much about it because I think I'm going to do a video on it quite soon, because the first arc, I think, is almost over. But I believe this is an ongoing. I think so. I believe I mentioned that before, but I'll double check. And of course, Reaver. I love these covers by Becky Cloonan. They're so fantastic. And Reaver takes place in another frozen wasteland, like other Justin Jordan books, like Spread. I always get the feeling that Justin Jordan just must be in love with like the Arctic and like The Thing and like, you know, John Carpenter's The Thing, if you remember that movie at all. The Thing. There's more than one thing. Anyway. I tried to get into this one. I don't know if I talked about this last time, but yeah. Sandman Universe, it was okay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. The House of Whispers being the voodoo people, the voodoo gods. Interesting. What else we got here? You know, I finally picked up first copy of Barrier. Haven't read it. Read the first 5 pages. I don't know what's going on. I'll pick it up again. I have the collection. I just, yeah, they're digital. They're weird, like slightly large. So I think I talked about that one last time, so I'll skip it. So in that cool grab bag I got from the comic book shop, I got so much random stuff in it. We got like Brubaker's Velvet. This was The Man Who Stole the World and The Secret Lives of Dead Men. And I don't remember issue 7 and issue 14. Yeah, I just get like random issues of things. It's good for a taste. Like I like it when comic book stores do that kind of stuff, so that people can really, you know, try something else out. I kind of like it. There's this Judge Dredd Anderson, Agent Anderson, I believe. This weird Batman All-Star I haven't read yet, from Rebirth. Rebirth. Was that like New 52? No. You know, don't ask me when it comes to like the crossovers and the events and stuff from the big two. For me, it's just impossible. This random one called Resurrection Man by the New 52 that I'll take a look at. And so that's super old. Yeah, it doesn't even say what year on the cover. Oh, 2002. Look at that. That's super old. Hey, there was this Copperhead. I did like Copperhead. I didn't read all of it. I didn't get up this far. This is issue 12, so I think I only read the first story arc. Levi wrote about it, though. Oh, I got some more Judge Dredd. This one's from... doesn't say. 2014? I think it's from 2014. It is 2014. Wow. Yeah, I'm not really digging that cover. It's like kind of photo-ish. Photo mishmash. Oh, I got this hilarious. This is old. What year is this? Oh no, it's not that old. 2018. Do you remember Bubba Hotep that came out like years and years ago? That movie with Bruce Campbell? Bruce Campbell? Yeah. Yeah, they did this hilarious comic. Yeah, you know, kind of random. Nixon-looking character there. And then this one I don't really know much about, the Joel Gollum. Have you ever read these? What year is this one? Mike Mignola wrote this one, I believe. Story by Mike Mignola, yeah. This was from 2016. Yeah, so I haven't read The Occult Detective. Got some that artwork there. Interesting. So yeah, I might check that one out. Lots of stuff that I just normally would not touch, you know what I mean? It just wouldn't appeal to me on the shelf or whatever, so I wouldn't pick it up. So the grab bag was like $5 and it had all those comics in it. And yeah, I got to know kind of a little bit of that Vertigo Sandman universe that people talk about that I totally just missed out on. So of course I'm reading lots of digital copies. I have, I read them on my tablet, which was one of those cheap Amazon tablets. I'm currently just finishing Sparrowhawk, which deals with fairies and going into the land of the Fae, and I really like that kind of stuff, and it's really, really wonderfully illustrated. That's one that Graphic Vandalism recently listed in his recent video, and I loved it. Yeah, it's really good. I'm almost done. That one's definitely worth an actual article or video or something like that, for something that I'm really enjoying right now. And the trade paperback, I believe, comes out next week. Sometime in the next week or two. I just can't remember which day. But it's definitely one to have on your list. That one's Boom Studios as well. Boom Studios just keeps like throwing out all the amazing titles. And speaking of amazing titles, everybody's been talking about Something's Eating the Children. Eating the Children? Killing the Children. That I read too this week. Pretty good. Pretty interesting. I actually really liked the artwork, which is a big driving force for me personally. So yeah, I will actually continue to pick that one up. I think I also read that as a digital copy, so I won't be physically picking it up. You know what I mean? Let's see, what else? There's just so many things that I kind of forget, but as you see, I'm back to recording in my little comic book corner, or one of them, and this is kind of like one of my shelves. There's a whole bunch of Vertigo on the top shelf. It's which you can't see. I'm terrible. But it's like a whole bunch of Hellblazer, and like all of Lucifer. And a bunch of Sandman titles. And there's some more Sandman down there. It's by Sweet Tooth and stuff. And yeah, a lot of Batman, a lot of like early Batman and Batman like iconic moments in Batman, and now I'm just smashing my fingers on things. Fabulous. Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm sure there's something else that I've neglected to mention, because that seems to just chronically happen for me. I did take a look at like tons of comics, like read the first few pages and I was like, it's not for me, and I didn't end up writing them down to remember to tell you because they're just so unmemorable, which always kind of makes me feel bad. Recently wrote an article about John Lee's his most recent comic book. Why can't I think of the name? I'm so slow here. Mountainhead. Yeah, so if you go on thefrogqueen.com, you can read my review of Mountainhead, and that was like an interesting concept. So there's a bit there's a lot of mystery in that story, and I think you'll find that one more interesting, and something a little bit different and out there. I also wrote about Midnight Vista. That was from Aftershock, and I was really unimpressed with that. So you might be surprised, because a lot of people were raving about it recently, and it might look like my type of book, but I just really didn't like it. So you can read my thoughts on that on thefrogqueen.com. Always check there. I try to upload at least 2 to 3 articles a week, especially whereas I find, making videos can be really difficult sometimes. I do have some stuff that I filmed in the backlog that I just haven't edited, because I feel terrible about not editing. I hate editing, and just where I'm so busy and I'm so ill a lot of the time that it can be a horrible chore, but I'm getting better. And of course on Patreon I'm uploading vlogs, and little blog posts that are available for like $1. $1 a month. I'm so cheap. Anyway, so yeah, if you're looking for someone to support who's regularly uploading Patreon content, yeah, definitely follow me. That would be awesome, because it would help me supplement some of my income that I've been losing by being so sick. As for like a health update kind of thing, yeah, I'm kind of sitting here being like, the surgery that I thought I was going to have is a lot more intense, and it means that I will be off work for 6 weeks at least, and now I'm like, maybe we should hold off a bit longer on the surgery. The wait list is apparently horrific, so it's forcing me to wait regardless, but I was just like, wow, I can't afford recovery. So now I'm looking back at weird different alternative therapies through my doctor that my doctor's recommending, and that's why you didn't hear from me a lot this summer, is because I was on one of those therapies and it made me really ill. It made me worse than what I was. Funny how that is, how doctors just like, hey, this will be good for you, and the side effects are so overwhelming that you can't do anything. Thanks, doctors. Thanks, doc. Anyway, not to mention they were so expensive. Oh my god, they were so expensive. The stuff that like could barely keep me awake was so expensive. I don't know. Anyway, so that's kind of where I'm at, and yeah, I hope to have lots more coverage for you. And I do apologize for my shabby appearance as usual because I just don't have nice clothes. So I think I've got a stain on my shirt. I could have looked for one that didn't have a stain on it. I mean, I managed to do my makeup, and then after that I was like, it's not happening. I do not have the energy for this today. So I'm just proud of myself that I got this video done. I feel productive. Yeah. Okay, so that's enough for me. Ted's over there whining because he wants a new bone. So, yeah, I'm gonna go get him that. And I hope you enjoy the channel, and I want to know what you think of the videos. Like, what kind of videos do you like? Do you like the ones that are really artwork driven? Do you like the ones where I'm sitting here in front of the camera like a slob? What kind of videos do you enjoy? Do you want to see like top 5 lists or something? I don't think I've actually done any of those. So yeah, let me know what you enjoy. Let me know what you like. And until next time, read something good. Bye.